Good morning, folks. How we doing? Um, no immediate gaming related content. It is about 20 past 8 on Sunday morning. I'm going to the gym, so we're going to go and do that. I'll try and take whatever footage I can when I'm there. I don't like doing like the whole vain selfie thing, but we'll get there. Not with the vain selfies. We're going to go to the gym, we're going to do a little workout, then we're going to come back and chill out and watch the Retro Ghetto vlog, which goes live at about 9 o'clock, I believe. And then maybe we'll do some gaming. I might have something I can play that I can record some footage of. So, yeah, let's get to the gym. And then we arrived. Let's go in. Right, so a slight change of plans for the day. As I was driving home from the gym, the car pinged up oil warning light, so that's the next step of my day. I'd spend some more money on engine oil, but I need it. Need the car. It's got to run. So we'll head over to the local Halfords and then feed the beast. I do need to put some petrol in it as well, so I might do that now. But yeah, we're gonna go and get some oil. Maybe get some petrol, get something for lunch for later, and for dinner, sorry. And then I can get on with tidying up my house. I probably won't film a lot of that because you don't want to see the state of my kitchen. It's a dump. But we'll get onto it. So yeah, see you at Halfords. Slight update because I'm an idiot. If you're going to go and buy things, maybe, just maybe, take your wallet so that you can actually pay for them. I know everything's on card these days, but I've got money in there to pay for it, so off to Halfords with us. Let's fire up the beast. That will never get old to me. Anyway, watch me screw this up. Drink it all up. Drink it all up. Gotta get it for last drop. Alright, I should keep it happy for a bit. Right, so that's done. That was a hold the bottle. So £15 so for a litre of oil. Oil is ridiculously expensive. I need 5W30 in my car. I think I can use 0W30 as well, but I think 5W30 is the preferred oil of choice. And they had one on the shelf. That was £15.19 because I've got the motoring club with Halford, so I get a bit of money off. And I had one there for £12.99. I thought, why don't I just buy that? Took it to the till. He looked on the computer and went, no, you can't have that one. Something to do with the grade of the oil or something. But the grade is that. It's 5W30. But the 5W30 that was cheaper than the 5W30 I bought is not the 5W30 I need, which makes absolutely no sense to me. So anyway, it's got oil in it. So that'll be happy for. I haven't had to put oil in it for a good few thousand miles, so that's not a terrible thing. But I'm going to run a quick check, but obviously if I try and film, my Bluetooth will connect to the car and then that'll just be a whole nightmare. So if it'll let me check the oil now, which it should do, then I will see what it says. So we'll check on that in a second. And the verdict is, oh, so it said I was at the minimum. When I hit the minimum, it pings up and says add at least a litre of oil. Most cars typically have about a 4 to 5 litre oil capacity. So it said I had a litre, or I was on the minimum. I put 1 litre in and it's up to the max, which is where it should be. I mean, you got to bear in mind, I do a lot of mileage. I do currently, on average, in 4 weeks, just commuting alone, I'm doing best part of 600 miles a month. Plus driving around. Like I went to Vintage Gamer yesterday. That was, I don't know, a 25, 30 odd mile round trip. And this car had, I believe it was either 48 or low 50,000s on it when I bought it. I've had this car, crikey, almost 4 years now since I was at the Birmingham Gaming Market and I had the Fiesta ST and it got stolen. This car's currently got 93 and a bit thousand miles on it. Not quite as economical as I'd like it to be, but for a 2 litre turbo, 36 to the gallon. Why I've got the limiter on, I do not know. And I can't put the cruise control on. But it's doing 36 to the gallon, which isn't bad for a 2 litre turbo, bearing in mind the sort of driving I do. I could put it in sport mode, and that will plummet. I can put it in green mode, and it will make no difference, so just drive it in mid. I know it's a bit out of the norm from what I do, but I like things like this. Like go-kart feel. This car is a bit like a go-kart. It's not like the old Minis. I used to have an old Mini Cooper. I had a 1990 Rover Mini Cooper. It was black. It had the white stripes on it. It was amazing. And for something that only had 70 odd horsepower when it was new, it was impressive. I mean, this has got 189, I believe, 189 horsepower, 190. And I'll tell you what, it is great fun. I love driving this car. It's just, it's comfortable. It does everything I want it to do. And the only downside, as we discovered once when I had to take my friend and her son to a clinic to have his feeding tube changed, I've got ISOFIX in the back of the car, and it is a nightmare. I put the seat in, and then my friend had to get in the other side of the car, carrying her son, to get him in the seat. And I'll show you, if you're interested. Ignore all the crap on the seat. That's the back space of the car. Obviously it's only a 3-door, so I've only got so much space. It was a struggle. But hey ho, we've got oil. Now I need to go and get some dinner. I don't know what to have today. It's Sunday, I should really have a roast, but I don't know what I fancy. So I'm going to go and get some dinner, and then we'll get home and start trying to tidy up the house a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. I like how the lights keep fading in and out because of the camera. I do need to get petrol, but I'll worry about that tomorrow. I've got about 2-3 days before I need to put any more in. So yeah, let's get home and we'll get done what needs doing. Yeah, that was a trip and a half all the way like 200 yards down the road to get something to eat, but pudding. Dinner. Oh, reliable. These are quite expensive. These are about £3.75, but do you know what? They're nice, and I like them. So why not? In fact, I think that might have actually cost me £4. But they're really nice. I mean, they take an hour to cook, but do you know what? At least you can do other things. You haven't got to sort of go back to the oven every 5 seconds and strategically plan cooking your dinner. So I've got that going at least. Anyway, yeah, so I'm not going to worry about petrol till tomorrow. Probably, maybe Tuesday, and then I'm good for the week. If I put about 20 odd quid in, that'll do me through till Monday. Get paid on Tuesday next week, obviously, and then I'll fill it up because the following week I am going to be going to visit my parents. So yeah, need a full tank for that. It's a 320-mile round trip. So yeah, we're gonna get home. Going to do some jobs around the house, try and actually get the place tidy, and try and do some gaming. I'm not streaming today, so no resi, but I did make a good 2.5 hours of progress on it last night, and I am really enjoying Resident Evil. I've never actually properly played it before, so it's the HD remaster, but I feel like it's been done well, so I'm okay with it. I don't have the original on the PlayStation. I looked it up while I was streaming last night and discovered it's about £45 now, which, if I wanted it in the collection, I would absolutely have it already, 100%. But I can't justify paying 45 quid for a game that, I mean, I have the means to play it. I have a PS2, but these are games I want to stream. So it's difficult to do it that way. It's easier just to play the HD remaster via my Xbox Series X and do that. So yeah, I mean, it's a nice-ish day out. The sun's shining today. It's very cloudy, bit breezy, but you know what? Doesn't matter. I'm getting some jobs done. I'm trying to be productive. I've got a load of recycling to take out, so I'm going to do some odd jobs around the house, and then try and get those Adventure Time posters put up on the canvases, sorry, put up on the wall. So at least I've got that done. Figure out the mess I've got in the corner. I've got that Project Cars big box that I need to find a home for. I might just have to put that up top for now, on top of the where like the PS2 and the PS3 and stuff is in my room, because I haven't got space to display it. Not properly. The Steelbook I could put somewhere, but it's a PC Steelbook, so that'll probably just sit up the top as well, to be honest. It's not that I don't want to display it. It's trying to find room to actually like get the car out of the big box. I could put the big box up in the loft, display the car on a shelf somewhere, but I need to buy another unit before I do that, realistically. So yeah, we'll figure that out as and when. But for now, I'm going to go home, sit down, maybe watch a bit of YouTube, do some jobs in the kitchen. Got to do washing up and a bit of tidying and throw some stuff away, take the rubbish out, all that garbage, literally. So yeah, we'll do that. So I'll see you later. Right, next phase of the day. I'm in the bedroom where you can see the I suppose retro setup. However, I broke one of my drawers recently. That drawer, the runner's broken. I do need to get a replacement. It's not the money; it's doing it, you know. And I'm out of breath because I'm just fat. But the current state of affairs, I need to I've just brought all this stuff up. I've put that there so I had the floor space clear. So we're going to sort that out, and then we'll go to the gaming room. And I found that this little stand, which is to go with the not Switch dock, the Wii U dock there, that's the charging stand. Obviously, I need to get a new cable for that as well, because that cable is a bit wonky. Thanks to CEX for selling me a broken cable. But it also fits the Steam Deck quite nicely. So maybe in like backdrops of videos in future, I can have that on the go. So yeah, we're going to get all this sorted out. I just want to get everything done, and then we can move on with our lives. So I won't show putting all this away, because I'm sure nobody wants to see that, but it's all part of my day. So yeah, we'll get on with that, and we'll be back shortly. And there we go. We are pretty much done. I'll put a few bits up on the house. Cleared the bed space. Ignore the messy bed. I'm going to be sleeping in it in a few hours, so it doesn't really seem much point making it too tidy. I've left that stuff there for now until I can figure out what I'm doing with it. That's my dressing gown, but I don't think I'll need that for a while. But I thought, oh, I can put some stuff under the bed, and then remembered I used to have the bed pointing this way, and I moved it that way to be up against the wall so that I had space to have gaming set up here. Of course, remembered to put the drawers on this side, so I'm going to have to move the bed back around at some point, but it's cleared up the space. I just need to run the hoover through here quickly, tidy up a few odds and ends. And then I'm thinking I'm going to display all this stuff in here. Well, that's, I would say, car related. So that's probably going to go there. I'll get that price label off it. I was really happy with that for £3, you know, from a charity shop. Got my Lego Ducati. I might have shown that on my game room tour thing. And then we got this that I still haven't built. I've had this for like 6 months, or however long it's been out. I really need to get around to doing that. But I've got all these Hot Wheels cars here. I'm mostly a Porsche man. That's pretty bin numbers. And there's a lot of Porsches in there because I've grown up around them all my life. I mean, there's one, just for example, a bit comical, but I thought about keeping them all in the boxes, but maybe I'm mimicking Retro Ghetto here, but the toys should breathe. I mean, if you know that this is going to be worth £20 billion in about the next week, then, you know, obviously I'm exaggerating, but if you know it's going to be worth silly money at some point, then yeah, keep it in a box. But it's a £2 Hot Wheels car, and it's for me. I've grown up around Porsches all my life, so, and yes, that is how it's pronounced. And also, just a special honourable mention to me being too fat at the moment to fit into this. I bought this. I may have shown it, I may not have done, from the Mercedes-Benz Museum in Stuttgart. And I don't know if I've shown the trainers that I bought from the Porsche Museum, but they're very nice trainers. I like them a lot. And I said when I went to Germany recently that I wanted to treat myself, and I did. Unfortunately, yeah, I need to lose some weight. It's not uncomfortable, but it's a bit too cozy, if you know what I mean. And when you're packing a couple of extra pounds, but I'm working on that. I've been going to the gym. I try to go at least a couple of times a week. I know it's not a great amount, but some exercise is better than none, right? So I'm thinking all the Hot Wheels cars along here. So I'm going to do that. Also, my uncle bought me that for my birthday one year because it's hilarious. Anyway, and the meerkats, just because I got them when I did car insurance at various times, and I think I bought one of them actually, but never mind. And a sausage dog, because we do like a sausage dog. But yeah, Hot Wheels cars all along there. I think that's my plan. So I'm going to do that, and we'll see. And there we are. Got the Alpha GT V6, the Batmobile. That one's very special to me. My friend's son picked that one out for me as a birthday present, so I'll treasure that one. Chevy Camaro. We've got a Japanese K car of some sort. If you're going to have a model of a Mustang, it's got to be the fastback, right? Porsche 928 Safari. We've got a 911. I think that's a GT3. This is a 99. I can't remember if this is a 993 or not. It might tell me on the bottom here. One sec. I think it's a Carrera RS anyway. Very rare car in the real world. Fairly modern 911T, I think this one's called. And then a little comical sized old school 911. I just think they're really cool. I like these. So they'll sit there for now. I might do something else with them. I'm also going to get something, so I've got to put some pictures back up on the wall. You can see the command strips there. But I've seen these things you can get their wall mounted, and they're like, so you can display all the cars. Because I'd like to get more of these. I like these Hot Wheels cars. I think they're cool, and they're only like I say, they're only a couple of quid each. So, but that's the full set I've got right now, and obviously, again, very heavy on the. Actually, equal, isn't it? I've got 5 Porsches and a mix of other things, but I want more Porsche ones. I've got to find more Porsche ones. In the meantime, I'm going to move this back over here, and then try and. I've got the command strips to put the little Adventure Time posters up in the gaming room, so we're going to do that. So we'll go over there, and just like that, I've walked into my door. The room is pretty much back how I wanted it to be. I still need to do a bit of tidying and organising. I need to get those pictures back up on the wall, but that's a job for another day. But then I can sit there, and I might do actually at the end of this video. Maybe we'll find a game to play, and I can record a little bit of footage. I haven't really played the Wii U properly yet, so maybe we'll play something on that. Maybe we'll play some. I would say some Yakuza Dead Souls, but last time I put footage of that on YouTube, it got taken down. So yeah, maybe not that. But yeah, let's go and do the bits in the other room. So we've got the handy dandy command strips. We've got little hook ones, which are perfect for these because these have hooks on the back of them. So I should only need to use one. So I'm going to try one, see how it sits, and then I'll just put the other 2 straight up. So we'll do that now. So we have run into a slight problem with these ones because these 2 don't have the little hooks on them. They must have fallen off at some point, or I've taken, I don't know what I've done with them, but I'm going to try these command strips just even as a temporary measure because these peel off the wall, so they're fine. I can maybe get some of those little hooks, nail them into there on each one, and then hang them up using the proper command strips. But I just want to get them up on the wall for now, so we're going to try that. Right, so it's as done as it can be, I think, for now, until I get more command strips and a frame for the like the poster I've got that I just went to point to, and I'm looking the wrong way because I'm an idiot. That stuff down there. Need more command strips for that. I got this from a charity shop in Worcester some time ago. It was 50p. I thought it was really cool. Problem is, it's been folded in half for ages, so I need to put some weight on it to flatten it out. Those I've got to put away yet. But that's the general state of affairs on that side of the room. So I've cleared that space down there. At least I've got some floor space now. As I say, I found this. I had this stand for the Wii U, but it also works for the Steam Deck perfectly. So you can see the trailer for Balatro playing right now. I want scores that high. I think it's fantastic. I just thought that was quite a cool thing to do while I've got the option, you know, so I can go back to play that through again. Project Cars is living up there for now. I may take the car out of the box and I know I can display it all up there, but I think that's the best way to do that. I also found the Fallout 4 Survivor's Guide and some other various knickknacks I've got. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it's all sort of come together. So, finally done that. Like I say, I'll get another unit. I'm thinking one of these to go there, but it's only going to leave me like that space. So I may just get a half one, and then I can put the Xbox stuff in there, and then that frees up that, and should free up all of that space as well. But we'll see how we go. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. That's a day in the life of. I'm going to do some. I'm going to find a game to play, and I'll put that footage at the end. So we'll see what I feel like playing. Could be some Elden Ring. Hell, could be some Balatro. Yeah. Yeah, why the hell not? I'm going to play a bit of Balatro. I'm going to fire up the PC, put Balatro on, and that will be the end of the video there. So I'm going to get that set up now, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, so, Balatro. It helps to know your poker hands with this, I would say, but it's not critical. So let's get straight into it. We'll explain what's going on. I'll do a new run, but basically you have 26 spades, 26 hearts on this deck, and these are like the levels of difficulty. So if you do, like on white, it's easy. You get less money, and then it adds to that with each one. But we're currently on the one with perishable jokers, which jokers give you buffs. They'll multiply, add to your multipliers, they'll add to your chips, they'll make the cards worth more. You'll see all that. In essence, they're very handy, and it's always the very handy ones in this round that will expire after 5 goes. So let's get into it. Also, you can have decks from like Cult of the Lamb and Dave the Diver and I want to say The Witcher. So you get like some of those images on the cards as well, which is quite cool. But we'll skip that one because we get a good joker from it. So you sort it by suit. And then there's the problem is we've got 4 and 4, so you can't get a flush. So if I discard 5. We'll do that. 12 mult if the hand contains a straight, but they're harder to get. But you get a guaranteed 10 mult with it, so obviously we'll buy that. Let's open this one, see what we get. Played face cards give 5 mults, but it's a debuff one, so it'll run out after 5 rounds. And then these give you boosts as well. So I could have 2 tarot cards, steel card, or another joker. I think we'll take another joker, see what we get. Okay, that wasn't good, so I'm actually going to get rid of that. And then plus, so we've got a flush. If I could get a straight, I'd put a straight in and you'd see. But that alone just gave me enough to clear a round. So I think that's a win. Re-trigger each 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's a permanent card. We have that. That would be handy, though, because there are times when you have to throw cards away. Uranus. I'm 40. So we can't buy anything else, but at least we've got some decent cards there. If we do that, you'll see these will all start pinging now. best thing to do is drag that to the end. You get your malt last. Doesn't really matter, actually. That one's quite handy as well if you don't do a lot of discards. So we'll take that. On to the next round. You can skip and double your money on this one, but for the sake of $1, I don't think it's worth it. So we'll always look out to see if I've got a straight there. If I've got a straight, I'll get really good points. But I'm only 60 points off from one hand. So obviously we'll just do another flush. That's pretty much all I would do on this hand, on this round, is do flushes. Because what's the point of doing anything else? 10 and 4. I'm going to see what's in this one. So that's not worth doing because I won't have any empty slots there. 2 pair. Creates a tarot card when blind is selected. Yeah, we'll do that one. You might get something good out of it. You might get absolute diddly squat. There is no telling. So we'll get rid of those because we want higher cards, basically. And if we do that, that makes those lucky cards. So we get a chance for an additional multiplier, or we get a chance for some money. I tried to select 6 cards. And there you go. When you've only got one hand to do, you need all the malts you can get. So that's only got one round left on it, but we'll keep it for now. Increases cards, gold card. It doesn't matter what suit I run at this point, because I haven't got a joker that's relative to the suit I'm playing. So I could just, by all rights, just increase those two. Doesn't really matter at this point. Rerolls the boss blind. That's not a bad blind to have, so we're fine with that. Doubles your money. We won't do that yet. We'll get rid of those. Hopefully get some better cards. We get no reward off of this round because it's a small blind, so it's not actually worth using that yet anyway. That last round, obviously, when it was like, oh, you've got to do it in one hand, but they put a stupidly low blind on it, or a score target, if you like, then it doesn't really matter. We'll get rid of that because it's dead. So if I use that one, it'll encourage me not to use a 9. I can't afford that one, so... Oh no, I can. Huzzah, there you go. So we'll do that, and then we'll open that, see if we can... No, so what we need is, I think it's the Jupiter card. Jupiter card gives us... increases the multiplier on the flush. Next base edition Joker is free and becomes negative. What a negative does is gives you an extra Joker slot. So you have 6. You can't have more beyond that, but we'll try that out. See if we can work our way through that one. So on this instance, I'm going to turn that into a steel card. If I play that flush... Okay, that wasn't a great score, but it's fine. We should have enough to do it. Oh yeah, we're solid. We're good. And there you go. Another easy round. I didn't use any 9s. I didn't even think about that, but that means I get extra money from it. That was not a good Joker to get, because that does nothing for me. Unless I get rid of a couple. Let's say I get rid of that, and let's say I get rid of that one. And I put that in. So I get a 3 times multiplier. I could probably get rid of that and replace it with another Joker. We'll buy that. We'll open this, see if we get... Right, still nothing I wanted. Which is a little bit disappointing, but hey. It's what you get with these cards. Right. Yeah, okay, let's go into the next round. So really, at this point, we need to hope that these Jokers all do us a solid. Right, let's get rid of those. So we'll turn you into a steel card. And then we'll turn you guys into lucky cards. Obviously, it would be nice to get the multipliers more than the money, but we didn't get anything. It's all odds based, obviously. And there you go. 2 rounds done. So I don't really want any more Jokers, unless I'll get rid of that one to replace it with hopefully a better one, preferably one that does a times multiplier. Let's see what we get out of that. Yep, that's the one we want. So that will do that twice. So I'll get essentially a 3 times multiplier twice, which it should be good. Not bothered about adding cards. Oh, hang on. Why don't I 6, 7... It's not a flush straight, but it's straight, so that'll give us some good... Yeah, there you go. That's where they come good. So we've got nothing there that we want, so we've gone to the next round. And we will... I mean, that's pretty damn good. And there you go. Another good round. And yeah, that's, I hope, a good insight into Balatro for you. If you haven't played it or you were hesitant about playing it, it's essentially a roguelike. It's annoyingly quite addictive. Clover Pit's also a good one as well. Although I've been losing my temper with that a lot lately. It just never gives me any good points, so I don't make any coins. I don't meet the deadlines. Play it for yourself and see what you think of it. But yeah, that's a run-in of Balatro for you, so I hope you've enjoyed. I'm going to take these off because I don't need to hear the music now. I have got some other things I need to do, like I've got these Street Fighter figures I need to put up, but I'll do that next time, hopefully. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed. These are kind of just going to be as and when, really, if there's game pickups or if I've got stuff to do. I'm not going to try and do like a weekly vlog every week because I work 50-odd hours a week. I don't have the time to sit and do it. If I had a laptop and I could take it to work and I could sit and do some editing, that'd be great. But I don't have that option, unfortunately, so it is what it is. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you're new here. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one.